Hey everyone, so we're going to take a small break from what's going on Drustvar. I know they're all waiting for me right now, back over there, but I figured that we would go ahead and try to finish off this aspect of the war campaign by getting the final stronghold over in Zuldazar. By the way, I did the mission for Winter Vale at the missions table, and look what I got out of it. The Great Father Winter's Hearthstone. This is basically, this is not an extra Hearthstone, but it is a toy. You can add this toy to your toy box, and you know what this is? This is basically a different animation. So if you're tired of this kind of generic Hearthstone animation right here, this is what this does. I basically do the Lich King's Remorseless Winter, and I dance like Michael Jackson. Don't question it. Don't question it. All right, Wormbane.
Fate smiles upon us this day.
By the way, I don't know what I need to do to proc it sending me to whoever it is that I'm supposed to do the island expeditions. I'm thinking maybe I have to do this first, then I'll be able to actually do the island expeditions. I'm not sure. So, I guess we'll find out. We have established 2 critical footholds in Zandalar. The time has come to establish the 3rd. Let's review the battle plan when you're ready.
By the light, the first strike belongs to us.
Alright, Zuldazar. Zuldazar is the seat of power for the Zandalar Empire. I've deployed some of me old machines. Oh, this is Moira. I've deployed some of me old machines in a place called Zibala. There's a nearby Azarite deposit that'll be of great interest to the king. My lads say that they're under attack. Okay. We've chosen to sail to Zuldazar.
We are the sons and daughters.
King Rin passed along orders to dispatch our finest to establish a foothold in Zandalar. That means you. Fortunately, we have a few choices as to where we can set up camp. Stick around, I'll go over the battle plan. If you're wondering why we heard from Moira there, it's because the Dark Iron Dwarves have a section in Zuldazar. I remember that from questing as Horde. Alright, listen to his battle plan.
When next we meet,
What's your plan?
by the might of the Alliance, our enemies see only defeat.
I don't know why he's not voice acted. Gather around, everyone. Here's the plan. We already have boots on the ground in not 1 but 2 locations in Zuldazar. Rendezvous with Brigadier Tom, one of our 7th Legion officers. His crew ran into some trouble at sea, but they've managed to eke out a bit of a camp on the eastern shore. Kelsey. Yes, sir. You'll be meeting with Anvil Thane Thurgadon on Zuldazar's southeastern coast. Ooh, Dark Iron Dwarves. I love Dark Iron Dwarves. They have machines. Evaluate these encampments and report back with your findings. You have your orders. Dismissed. I wish I was a machine. Let's get on and move on. Talk to the ship's captain so we can ship out. Yeah, this is Kelsey Steelspark. Part of the Gnomragon Covert Ops. She's not, well, let's just say that there are some things about Kelsey that make you kind of look at her like, Anyways. Let us set sail for Zuldazar. Actually, before we do that, let's prepare.
Hey there. Safe travels.
I'm wondering if this series of quests will... Look how close I am to 120. Once we hit 120, a number of things are going to open up and become available. Oh. Okay, apparently we shipwrecked here. Okay, then. Nope, nope, nope. This way, I guess.
For the true kingdom!
So. This one will speak. This one will speak. At least he still has his tongue, unlike those stinking Forsaken. Wow, dude, really? Really? Ooh, that's not a bad looking sword. But seriously, dude. Come on.
Can I help you?
Guys like you are the ones who give the reputation to others that the Alliance is a bit racist. Backups from Kul Tiras? Perfect. I was just about to finish another execution. Really, dude? You've arrived at an interesting time, Demon Hunter. All of my ships have been destroyed. Half of my men are feeding the fishes, and the rest aren't doing much better. We're as good as doomed, and still the Alliance prevails. Really? These Zandalari trolls are to blame for this carnage. I need to know how they did it before we kill them. Kill them all and escape from the this light-forsaken island. Wow. Immediately, I do not like this guy. Find out how the Alliance fleet was sunk.
For the Alliance.
You want to hear my story? I was on the flagship. I saw everything. Fine, I'll tell you what happened. Better for you to know. Better for you to feel the fear. This is the cutscene that plays after you get Talanji out of Stormwind when you're playing as Horde.
Appears the Alliance dogs have lost our scent.
Good, good. Our journey is almost over.
I hope the war chief's faith is well placed.
She seems very powerful, certain, in control.
It is an honor to serve my queen.
My princess is also strong-willed and sure of herself. Our king has always found her to be challenging.
I kind of wish they had used Zul more.
Almighty Rezan, as always, you come when I ask your aid.
Speak, and I will listen.
I have sought the aid of the Horde, but my father may not agree with my actions. Advise me. You are the lower of kings and queens.
My eyes see much. They see your boldness, your power, and enemies who fear both. And those who seek your demise are here.
We need cover! Head for that fog bank! The sails are dead! We've got no wind! We're drinking on water!
You want wind? I'll give you wind. Just imagine the Alliance soldiers on those ships like, what the heck is that? Hi. And goodbye.
We are home.
That is still such an awesome cutscene. And that is a better way of handling how you do what's basically some have called a Deus Ex Machina in reference to what Jaina did in the Battle of Lordaeron, where she used that ship, which was kind of like, really? But that's how you do it better. You don't have Talanji herself do it. You have the Loa of Kings and Queens do it. That is much better and much cooler. in my opinion.
What can I do for you?
Princess Talanji, you say? I see. King Rin will be told about this. This Zandalari princess will learn what it means to make an enemy of the Alliance. Okay, dude. The Alliance kidnapped her, which is what led to that. You also kidnapped Zul, which was also a big mistake. So you made her an enemy first. I feel like this guy is like one of those, I don't know, one of those rogue or renegade guys for the Alliance who just kind of takes matters in his own hands or doesn't really pay attention, who might be a bit bigoted. In fact, listen, pay attention to this dialogue here in this quest here. Now on to more pressing matters. The Forsaken have shown up and are preventing us from saving our people. All of my soldiers are either injured, exhausted, or in no shape for fighting. It seems these trollish natives have joined them as well. I am spread too thin. Kill the Horde, kill the Zandalari, kill them all. Let me repeat that last part once again. Kill the Horde, kill the Zandalari, kill them all. Yeah, this is a guy I would report to Anduin and be like, so you have some bloodthirsty bigots amongst your ranks? I don't think you want those guys leading your troops and representing your kingdom and faction. Because this guy gives a very negative rep for the Alliance. I'm just saying, if this... You know, you would not want a guy like this representing your faction. With your arrival, our salvation may have arrived. Your rowboats will serve as a way for us to evacuate the most critically injured. Unfortunately, the Horde have brought in a ship, and there's no way we can get our boats past their blockade. While the rest of us load our injured on the boats, we need you to infiltrate their ship and disable those cannons.
See you later.
Hello.
Talk to me.
Reinforcements? Oh, thank the light. We done the best we can triaging the injured, but we need help. We need more hands that can heal wounds, or at the very least, apply bandages. How about your hands? Big, rugged, and filled with demonic power and blood. Ah, perfect. Here, take these bandages and do what you can to treat the injured.
See you soon.
What's on your mind?
Food, wood, cloth. We're short on everything. Of course, I'm always short, but don't stop me. See what you can salvage from the shipwrecks. I like this guy. He has a good sense of humor. You're here to help? I don't have anything. Well, maybe I do. I know, it's just a simple hammer. I know it's not special, but it's mine. That disgusting undead Alan Hawkins has taunted me with it. I promised Fiora I would not run off to fight him, but you made no such promises. Kill him and retrieve me hammer.
See you soon.
You don't take a dwarf's hammer. You don't do that. That's just something you don't do. You don't separate a dwarf from his hammer. What? It's true? What the? Oh, look at you being all roguey. Huh. Alright, let's see. Bandage you up. There we go. Hey, supplies.
want somebody coming for me.
Hey, look. Hey, we got a gnome rogue over here.
Get off me island.
Get off me island. I mean, it is their home. This is Zandalar, so.
I need to get closer.
Oh, hello. He's way over there, huh? Alright. Well, hold on, though. Let me see what I can do here. Because I think the cannons are here? Are they? No, they're over there. I'm just kind of like, oh, this is just kind of on the way. Alright, sure.
Can't attack that.
Sailors, supplies. Okay. Let's see.
I need to target something first.
Okay. Apparently there's a treasure right here. Hey, more war resources. Very nice. There he is.
I'm out of range.
No, you can't. I don't care how good you think you are. You're talking about go up against a demon hunter. There's no way you can be able to do that. It's like, come on, pal. Be realistic. In fact, I'll show it to you. Can you kill this with one finger?
I can't attack that target.
Sure. Go ahead and tell yourself that. So there's the ship. Hold on. Let me heal this one first. There you go. Get to safety. Time to deal with the cannons.
I need to get closer. Can't attack that.
Alright, let's see. There's more supplies. Let's see if I can find more of the, There's another injured.
I'm out of range.
Just stay right there. I'll be right with you. It's a good thing friendly fire is not a thing in this game. Not really. Because if these abilities actually like harmed or killed this, you know, sailor here, I'd be kind of upset. I'd be like, oh, come on. Nope. Alright, just a couple more supplies. Let's see. There we go. That's 8. And this should be 8 supplies as well. Okay. Now we just have to kill 2 more Zandalari. Sure. See if I can drag him over here.
It's too far away.
Then I'm gonna go to work on you.
I need to get closer.
My death is changing.
I'm out of range.
That's all of them. Time to go turn them in. Let's see if turning these in will be enough to actually get me to 120.
Great to meet you.
I know it doesn't seem like a special hammer, but to me, it's very important. Me hammer! You got it back! Me father taught us the forge. This hammer was the first one that we made together. Aww. Did you find anything useful? It's amazing what we can do when we have the supplies to do it.
Safe travels.
What's happening?
You'd make an excellent medic, or at the very least a good nurse.
Safe travel.
A nurse demon hunter, yeah.
Greetings.
Now we can get our wounded to safety. Huh. There's the Eternal Traveler that person must have just triggered over here. A few less cretins to worry about. That's why we just referred to them as cretins.
Have a good one.
Hey!
I'm really waiting for this guy to say something really awful. Hey, Kelsey.
Salutations.
Nixon, how are things going over here? Oh wow, there's horde soldiers everywhere and Zandalari trolls and hardly any machines at all. We should definitely head back to Zilbala with the Dark Iron Dwarves. It's perfect for our foothold. Use the rowboat in Talanji's Rebuke to travel to Zibala.
Bye for now.
I'm afraid I have to agree with the gnome. We're backed up against the wall with an ocean full of enemy ships pinning us in. We'll hold the line. You go on ahead for the Alliance. For the Alliance! Yeah. Remember, the Alliance are the good guys. Maybe it's actually pronounced Zibala. I'm not sure. What do you think, Pepe? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, we are going to be going right past the port. Look at this. We're going to be going right past the main port here of Dazara Lore. All the way over here. Oh, so that's where the Mother Lode's dungeon entrance for the Alliance is. It's interesting noticing the difference of the dungeon and raid entrances between factions. You know, the one for the Horde is literally right here. And the Battle of Dazara Lore raid entrance is right over here. And I thought, well, that's going to be kind of hard for Alliance players to do. Now it makes sense. That I can see, oh, look, it's right there. Now it makes more sense. Before, I would have been like, yeesh, that's going to be hard to do. But yeah, this is the area where the Dark Iron Dwarves are when we come here as Horde, so you can even see those right there. Which is an actual racial ability I believe you get when you make a Dark Iron Dwarf. Huh. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to follow Kelsey. She's kind of going around. So she's apparently the smart one. But then again, she is in covert ops. So it would make sense that she'd be like, yep, I'm going this way. Huh. I was like, is this the dungeon entrance? There's the Flight Master. Alright, here they are. In fact, you see a Thalen Dark Anvil right there? That's, I believe, the, what's it called? The Heritage Armor for the Dark Iron Dwarves when you not only unlock them, but then level them, I believe, to 110. That looks so cool. That is so cool. I love that Heritage Armor. That right there is one of the big reasons why I actually want to level a Dark Iron Dwarf. I'm actually still a little indecisive on what I actually want to make him. Kul Tiras, I know, I want to make a druid, but Dark Iron Dwarf is a little harder for me to decide. I'm almost leaning towards a warrior because to me it just kind of fits. But you can also make a paladin, and there's a number of other classes you can make. I'm just like, gosh, what would I want a Dark Iron Dwarf to be? Like, what would, like, fit for me for that race I'm playing? I'm still trying to figure that out and decide, but I have a long ways to go before I can unlock them.
How can I help you?
You're Nixadin, the Night Elf Demon Hunter that Kelsey's been talking up? We've heard much about you, lad. It seems the enemies anticipate our moves. While we developed our refining techniques for Azerite, the goblins have done the same. It wasn't 5 minutes after we established ourselves here that the Horde arrived to disrupt our progress. We've got several shaman of great import waiting impatiently in the mole machines on that beach. You can take the key and clear the way so they arrive safely. Okay. The Rocks of Ragnaros. With me, shamans still in their conveniences, a vital component of our upcoming ritual. That's another point. He is a shaman. So a shaman could also work as well. Can ritual remain scattered among the supplies. I can only hope the Horde haven't taken them. They're rare and precious. If you see any glowing objects out there, recover them. They're the tremendous value.
I got matters that need tending.
By the way, could you imagine if, like, if one of the things you could do as Dark Iron Dwarf is have one of these golems with you, like, almost like a companion, or almost like if you were playing a Dark Iron Dwarf hunter, that you could have this, or a shaman, that you could have this just kind of, like, following you around, or as a warlock, instead of an infernal, you get a golem. Oh my gosh, I would want that so much. But hey, we're also going to be able to make Dark Iron Dwarf Death Knights. Now, wouldn't that be something if, instead of a regular abomination, we have that? What is that? That looked amazing. It was hotter than Ragnaros' fiery bottom in there. I thought they were gonna leave us in there, those tin cans for so long. Alright.
It's too far away. I can't attack that target.
Alright. Hope there's plenty of these things around. Oh, there's like 3 of them right here. Ugh, will you stop it? You know, you might be thinking, oh, do you feel bad about it? No, because these are Bilgewater goblins. I mean, these are goblins that are working for Gallywix, which in turn means they are more than happy to help out Sylvanas. You know, as opposed to Gazlow's goblins that really are not interested in working for and serving Sylvanas. They're just kind of like, you know, doing their job. You know, that's what Gazlow... But see, remember, Gazlow takes care of his employees. He takes care of his guys. Gallywix doesn't care about his guys. He only cares about money and profits.
I'm out.
That's why he was more than happy to work with Sylvanas and not care about any of the consequences that happened as a result. Gazlow does care. He not only cares about what happens, but he also cares about his people. Careful what you summon, Anvilthane. Calm your quivering beard, Thalen. I'm not as foolish as Sorcerer Thane Thorson was. We're drawing power from the Firelands, but nothing dangerous will heed this call. Remember, Thorson did one of these things, but he did it so recklessly he accidentally summoned Ragnaros. Of course, we've ensured that won't happen, but they could still summon the new Fire Lord that our shaman established back in Legion. That's still a thing.
I answer to the voice of the mountain.
120. Congrats, my guildmate and gained 120. I wasn't worried about them being broken. A little fire never hurt those rocks. Couple of scorch marks here and there, but nothing out of the ordinary. These'll do nicely. If they didn't want to cook in a mole machine, they should have chose a different profession. The rumors of your capabilities seem overblown, but it appears you're indeed a competent one, aren't you? I underestimated you, and for that I apologize. Don't tell Thalen. The components for the ritual are now prepared. All you need to do is add the Fireland slag to the unstable magma, and a great being from the Firelands will heed our call. You'll gain control of it, and can eliminate the nearby goblin threat with nigh invincibility. Like that guy apparently did just now. Stabilize the unstable magma, and then use the magma to make 200 Bilgewater goblins.
Trifling with fire will get you burned.
Demon Hunter, place some of that slag on the unstable magma there, and prepare yourself. A mighty fine summon, lads. You have control of it now. Show that batch of horde what happens when they meddle with the Dark Iron. So I've got Raise Hell, which is call forth flames from the Firelands. I've got Wave of Fire, which is cast forth a wave of fire. Oh. And I've got Dismiss. Alright. I'm a wave of fire. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Boom. Boom. This is crazy. Look at this. Remember, at some point we actually come here and quest as Horde to help them out with this Azerite. Here we are just melting them. Look at this. We are just melting them with all this magma and fire. This is... Woo! Remember, the Lions are the good guys. Alright. Dismiss. My goodness. I do love quests like that where you can literally just destroy everything.
There's a fire!
Wow, I gotta admit, I'm a bit jealous. I let you take her out for a spin before I could. Those goblins never saw you coming.
Forges glow. Watch your...
That was right terrifying. All in a day's work. Look how close I am. This should definitely get me to 120.
Hey!
You know, I've been following your adventure for a while, and I just think you're so cool. I was hoping that maybe I could tag along with you. Maybe help you out. I'm not so good in a fight, but nobody can beat my mechanical skill. You arrived You know, a lot has happened since you arrived in Zuldazar. I'm sure that Mr. Wormbane would appreciate a report. Oh, no, not from me. Maybe somebody a bit more serious, like you. I bet Daria over here could get you back pretty quick.
Right!
Hey there.
The Dockmaster. Back to Borealis, please.
The Horde will fall.
We'll base our operations out of Zibala, then. And I'll have some reinforcements sent out to assist Brigadier Tom. Yeah, about him, can you have him reprimanded for his behavior, please? Thank you for your report. Well done.
Light be with you.
Are you kidding me? I am so confused as to where I thought the guy who does the island expeditions is supposed to be. Because I still don't see him at all. And I'm like, where is he? Where's the guy for me to try the island expeditions on the Alliance? Because I'm not seeing him at all. I cannot believe that's how close I am to 120. It still hasn't given it to me. So if you're wondering, well, what about that other quest on your minimap right now? That's basically the map just telling me, hey, why don't you go to the next zone, which is this zone here. So, but you see, I go down this area and I'm just like, where's the person to send me on the island expeditions? By the way, there's just some more members of the Army of the Light right here. Just kind of randomly, just right here. Like light to be with you. Just looking around, trying to see, hey, can I spot it somewhere? I'm just not seeing it at all. By the way, I'm noticing I am basically the only one who uses this mount, because I haven't really seen anyone else use this mount. It's not easy to get with the achievements, and some people don't want to even bother taking the time to do the achievements, because some you can do relatively easily, some you have to do with a lot of people, and you have to do with a lot of coordination, like on comms, so... Well, I want to end this video by at least getting to 120, so let's... Oh, gosh. I don't want to have to go all the way back just to do this, but I guess we have...
Keep the wind.
Don't have much of a choice, really. So let's go back and do this quest with Inquisitor Clear Dawn and see if that finishes it off. I cannot believe that's how it didn't get me to that point. That is so close. I still can't believe that. And of course, once I hit 120, a number of other things should open up. You know, like it even says here, reach level 120 to continue. You know. Now, I believe I also heard that the rep gates... So, like, when I was doing Horde, I had to have a certain amount of rep with the... What was it called? The faction that you had to get rep with the war campaign, which also unlocks the Mag'har Orcs. You had to have a certain amount of rep in order to continue the war campaign. I believe recently they actually removed that gate, that you didn't have to have the rep in order to just keep doing it. You just had to have, you know, be leveled high enough. You know, I probably should have just used my Hearthstone. It's only a 9-minute cooldown. So how would you have... I guess you would have gone through here and then kind of made your way up here and just kind of battled through some of this just to get to where she was? Oh, or you go up this road. Okay, alright. And then you meet her right here. Gotcha.
How might I help?
Something has disturbed the spirits here. The spirits of the departed still fight with constructs and the shambling dead. Our goal is Falconhurst, but a quick investigation of this area might help us fight our foes better. Now, I have a feeling this is going to not only get me to 120, but this is going to trigger a couple of other things, including this one. No, not this one. The one that's like level a character on each faction. Let's see. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Still haven't gotten it. There is an opportunity here. Learning more about the Drust can not only help us understand the text that Lady Lucille found, we might be able to discover the greater details about how they and their constructs were finally defeated. Filling in the gaps of history could be key to victory now. This was one of their settlements before it became the place of their final defeat. Let's look for clues in the ruins. Some of the spirits on the battlefields are too weary to go on. Those were brave Kul Tiras. They have more than earned their rest, but their sense of duty holds them here. Order the most weary spirits off the field of battle. Hopefully they will be convinced to rest.
Farewell.
I don't have a target.
Huh. So it didn't trigger. Hold on. Oh, I guess I already had this. Huh. I guess I got this back when I used my 120 boost for pre-ordering Shadowlands on my Paladin. Okay, never mind. I thought I was gonna show, gonna have that, but nope, never mind. All right. So now we are 120.
Clear for action.
The ghostly captain continues to fight as she speaks, once more locked into the heat of battle, unaware the war has been over for centuries. What are you doing standing around? We've ground them down to their final warriors and those damnable runic constructs, but the war is not over yet. Colonel Whitecrest needs us to hold this line. Kill as many of those Dross as you can, and we might see the end of this war today. Get back out there! I like how she sees me as one of her
Part of
soldiers.
her militia. Well,
What part of the
we
militia?
follow orders. None of those monsters will ever make it down to Aram's stand. Let's help.
Let's see. Huh. Seriously? It fire-locked me just as I was using that ability? Seriously?
I can't attack that.
It seems as if the Kul Tirans in the steel are civilians, sailors, and some farmers. Wait, this depicts one of the early Kul Tiran settlements. One of the lost settlements. When we landed here, we tried peace. But the Drust went to war immediately. Only a few tolerated new neighbors. But this, they've glorified the slaughter.
It's too far away.
The Kul Tirans don't even have weapons.
I need to get closer. I'm out of range.
There we go.
I need to get closer. I can't attack that target.
It's a victory over another Kul Tiran settlement. The large figure in the center is their legendary leader, I think. Interesting that we don't see any of their constructs taking the field.
Interesting indeed.
It's too far away.
Go.
I need to target something first.
Alright, let's speed this up a bit. There's apparently a treasure nearby here as well.
I can't attack that. I'm out of range.
Ha! And here we are, fighting back. Even their leader is withdrawing from the field.
There it is. Next one is right here.
This is clearly Gorak Tul, their greatest leader. Ah, he is leading a ritual to create the stone constructs. The constructs began to take the field. He'd run out of living warriors. So he created a new army. But what empowered the stones? Interesting. I hadn't realized the constructs came later as part of his desperation to win.
Huh. You know, that kind of reminds me of what happened in Dragon Age Origins. Do you remember the DLC where we went to the Grey Warden's Keep and we found out about the mage and the wardens who encouraged him to actually try and use, creatures from the Fade in order to help combat their enemy, and then they basically turned on them. Now, I'm not sure... We've yet to find out if that's actually what happened here, if the constructs turned on them, but it's kind of seems to be going in that direction. Whoa! Whoa! I didn't realize that that current was that strong. Wow! Okay. This will put us over the medium amount. Go.
Get closer.
15. And this will be the last one we need. There we go. Oh, look at that. An elite. Of course, you know it's one of the good things about now reaching 120 is you'll be able to actually have access to other much better gear. Even stuff that you couldn't get before because you weren't 120 and required 120. Now you can. Hello. Get over here. Get over here! I like how she's just floating there. The devs never anticipated redoing these for when you actually unlock flying, so they just have them floating there to somehow explain. At least in Legion, once you unlocked flying, they had their own mounts. Here, she's just swimming in the air. Look at that. Does anyone else but me find that extremely awkward?
This isn't Drust. It's a Kul Tiran carving over a Drust monolith. That's Lord Aram Waycrest when he was just a colonel leading the final assault. And there, that is Gorak Tul being stabbed by Waycrest. Histories of this event always say Lord Aram killed Gorak Tul and his army fell thereafter. But here you can see all his constructs shattering as he's stabbed and his power broken. There was some connection. New information?
It is good their spirits return to their final rest once more. May they never be disturbed again. Gorak Tul's death shattered his army. The carvings here all show that. But now I wonder, did Gorak Tul actually die? I believe I see more carvings at the entrance to that cave over there. Come, we should see what else was left behind.
Fair winds and following seas.
Let's go back over here and turn this in. Now she has a flying horse.
Aye.
Not bad, Marine. We might make a proper soldier out of you yet. They'll make Colonel Waycrest a lord for this, I'm sure. Your bravery will be remembered.
Fair
She's
winds
right.
and following seas.
They did make Aram Waycrest a lord for his victory here.
Elite? Nope, nope.
Another steal. This one also shows Gorak Tull. It is after the battle, but Tull isn't shown dead. Wounded and broken, but not dead. Gorak Tull did not survive. Witnesses wrote of his defeat.
Your ancestors were fools, as are you. The Kul Tiras plague will be cleansed, and we will retake our lands.
Diablo?
You will not live to see that day. Arise, Guardian, and slay these trespassers!
So obviously that was Gorak Tull. But I recognize that voice. That's basically the voice of Diablo in Heroes of the Storm. I mean, you guys know how much I've, shown off Heroes of the Storm content on this channel, how much I play Heroes of the Storm. So let's just say I've been familiar with that voice since Diablo for a long time was one of my mains. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that's the same voice! But yeah, no, what a shock. Gorak Tull is like, yep, I'm still here.
Stand strong.
The carvings could have been just propaganda stating that he lived, but that voice... It seems we may have all been mistaken about the ultimate fate of Gorak Tull. I shudder to think what he might be planning now. Let's see... Oh, yeah, get rid of that 236. Our time here was well spent. The guards in Aram Stand can handle what few Druss forces remain, and I suspect the Druss leader and his magic might have some greater part to play here. However, we must continue on the mission to Falconhurst. The path on the far side of these ruins will take us there. I'll ride ahead and meet you outside of town.
Be wary of the woods. I will do some scouting and meet you further down the path.
It's too far away.
Okay. There we go. So... Falconhurst is down there. Alright, well, when we come back, we will either be continuing the next portion of the war campaign, now that we're 120, or we will be heading to Falconhurst to help continue to help clear Dawn before we head up to meet Lucille. Stay tuned.